It's the AJ and McCall show
After the show! Your sound's down. It's very quiet. Oh,
I
that's
got
better.
yelled at because I didn't hold them in the right air. So, not my fault.
La, la, la. All right. People are living in dumb places.
Why do people live in dumb places?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's dumb.
Okay, so there was a video that went viral
On the TikTok.
of someone who's working in the Arctic Circle. Who they showed that they have to have a cage around their door because polar bears will randomly decide, it's go time.
Yep.
And I'm like, why would you want to be there? Why would anyone want to be there? Just leave.
Yeah. See, when AJ sent me the text that said Arctic Circle, I was like, fries. Like, that was my first thought.
Hey,
I
you
was
want to
like,
live there? Okay,
fry sauce.
I got it. I'm with it.
Got it. Fry sauce
I'm with that.
and chicks.
Well,
Not
it's just
great food. Just,
I saw
just
there
fry
was a
sauce and
video.
chicks.
There's a video I watched that Unilad did. These two traveler bloggers went to someplace in Russia. I can't remember where it is. Somewhere near Siberia, I think. And it's like one of the coldest places on Earth. Like it never gets above zero.
No.
And like everything freezes. Public transportation
Do
really isn't a
people,
thing. And I'm like, why do you live there?
So, like, do people like that? You know, like, people love the warmth, right?
I mean, I would think some cold would appeal, but I don't think -20 would.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You
I
think
mean,
that
we
there are
could
people
go the
that-
opposite and say, why do you want to live in Arizona?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, some
Pieces of
people really
garbage, I
enjoy like the warm weather, but I've never really heard of anybody that's like, oh, you know what I love? Freezing to death. Like, as far as I'm aware,
The
that's not a
opposite.
thing.
They're in Florida during the normal times, and it gets to winter. Like, nope, none of this.
Yeah.
Snow for me.
I just don't know. Like,
While everybody's moving out, they're moving in.
yeah, I just don't
It's a
understand.
good way to get cheap prices. I bet that cheap prices in terms of travel. I bet housing there's insanely
I
expensive.
don't know. Maybe some people do like it. I don't know.
Well, like in the video I watched, like they ate a camel. I can't remember what they ate. Some kind of meat. It's some kind of meat, but it's impossible. Like unless you super cook it, like it's going to have ice chunks in it because it's cold. And I just
I don't get it.
just leave. Just don't be there. Do this thing.
Don't do that. Bye,
Yeah.
AJ.
Just walk away.
I'm just
Walk
I'm
away,
lost
walk away,
because
yeah.
I enjoy like winter sports.
Right.
Like I like going snowboarding,
I like some seasons.
but I don't want to walk up a hill to go snowboarding. I'm lazy. Okay, put me on a lift.
Ski
Let me get up
resort
to the
doesn't have
top.
a lift. I'm not in.
No, I'm not walking. I'm really not. It's just
No lift, no in.
like people. So I'm looking at this list because 9 things people who love cold weather will understand. Like, what do you mean?
All right, tell me.
Yeah, let's see it. Hear it.
So this
Both.
one says sweat. They don't like sweat. Right?
I don't think there's. I mean, well, I was gonna say I don't think there's anybody, but if you're like, oh, it's a
You
good
can still
workout,
sweat.
then
Yeah.
also true.
They say sweater weather is the most magical time of year.
I
So
mean,
basically,
you love me
okay,
some hoodies.
like
Me
yes,
too,
I'm with
but
it.
I'm not wearing one in the summertime.
I think that's great, but
Yeah, me either.
also, but also I feel like okay, so we're into the fall territory. Okay, sweater weather is fall territory more so.
Yeah. That's how I would
Humidity.
define it.
It says humidity ruins everything.
Humidity's terrible.
Okay, got it. To be cozy, outside temperatures need to be cold. But like you're still inside of a heated house, right? Like you're not in an igloo.
Well, that's a. Yeah, that's kind of. It seems kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah. There's no such thing as too cold to cuddle. I mean, okay, whatever. Got it. Sure. Snuggling, human
guess.
bodies. Got it. Sleeping in the cold is the most restful sleep of all.
That's true.
Okay, got it. But also then again, thermostat. Hello. Open windows. Temperature. Whatever, right? Scarves deserve to shine.
No, scarves are stupid.
You can always add a layer.
Well, you can take a layer off.
And being hot is hell. Like, these are the
Someone
lists.
had,
This
like-
is the list.
Someone had like two actual reasons. Like, oh crap! All right, what's the opposite of why you'd want to live in the warm?
Right. It's like, okay. I don't.
I didn't hit my word limit.
None of this list, I don't understand it. I found a list that says why, if you prefer cold weather, you're straight up a piece of ish.
I used to prefer cold weather, but
I mean, I still like the seasons, but I'm
I like warm.
yeah. Like I don't think I'll ever be a snowbird in my life because I still like the idea of like one of my favorite things that still Ashley and I've done was like our first or second trip together. We went to Denver, and I can't remember the town. There's where the hotel that The Shining was based on.
Yeah, in Colorado.
Is in Colorado. I can't remember the name of the town.
It's oh shoot, I just lost it.
Had it. But anyway, there's an area like really near there that's because it's up in the mountains, obviously. But there's an area near there where they do a lot of cabins, and we went there and it snowed and stuff.
It's Estes Park.
Awesome. That yes.
Yeah. I was like, they've got elk. There's big elk. Like
Estes Park.
Yeah.
They have a lot of areas where there's cabins, and it's a little bit compact, so that kind of ruins it a little bit because they put a bunch of them next to each other. But I like that. I like doing the cabin thing. Like there was like no cell phone signal, just hanging out. That's awesome. But yes, I also do enjoy the warmth.
I just don't understand who's actually like, yeah, you know what sounds cool? Desolation. No.
Well, not all the time. Sometimes.
Yeah, but are you going to go to Antarctica? Are you going to go to the Arctic Circle and be like, nothing, except polar bears that are going to nom my house?
And sometimes moosin.
Yeah. Moosin will nom your house. I think it's too cold for moose.
Probably. And they're dumb. Let's be honest.
Oh, my gosh.
As McCall told me, they are so stupid.
They're so
How
dumb.
stupid are they?
They
Just
fall
like the
in
deer.
water and die, like, all the time. They're just like, like, stop it.
The way McCall describes the
So
producer, but
dumb.
I just imagine
They're so
one,
mean.
Oh, Cliff. Oh, shucks.
That's what happened.
I mean,
There's-
deer are just as dumb. They just run right into your car.
yeah, but they're
so.
not as big.
Yeah,
and so it's like,
Who's the PR department that made deer magical and moose not? Because I'm with producer Butters. When you come from like we have deer in Indiana, and they're
they're
obnoxious,
like
but
they're just more small. Like they're
spit.
more of a petite animal. Man, they make the weirdest noises. They make the weirdest
stupid.
noises too.
That's what I'm saying. Who's the PR department that made them magical? Like, was it? It can't be Disney's Bambi. That can't
Yep,
carry for
that's what
90
it
years.
is.
I think it was, yeah.
Yep.
That for 90 years. That's
Yeah.
what we're all basing it
Yep.
on.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think so. Probably.
Garbage.
They didn't have any moose in there.
If that's the case, then how come nobody thinks the same way about raccoons with Pocahontas?
I mean, people do. That's why people keep them.
Raccoons.
Not the same way. The best character in Pocahontas is the raccoon.
Miko is his name.
Yeah, that guy. I couldn't think of his
How
name.
dare you
They
not
sound
remember
really
his name?
weird too.
Huh?
He just emphasizes the "ruh" instead of raccoon. He just raccoon.
Raccoon.
It's Nevada and Voss
Yep, Foz.
and Aunt. Everything else pretentious.
It's pretentious.
Ah, I hate it.
Basically.
This makes you think of How I Met Your Mother. Oh, it's encyclopedia.
Yeah.
That shelf falls down. You're going to have to pay for that.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically. Why am I opening Facebook again? It's already open.
But no, like the Desolation thing, a little bit. I told the story before, but there's a place called the Wisconsin Dells. I think it's set on a lake, and I think it's a couple of lakes actually. So it's a huge summer resort town. They got a bunch of outdoor parks. There's a bunch of hotels. They do boating and all that stuff. And in the winter, the town exists still, but it mostly shuts down. It's very much a summer place.
Yeah.
And so for I think 3 years, me and my old roommate went up there in the winter because they were like selling deals that basically said, please just stay here.
You know, and that's like kind of how, I mean, Bear Lake's kind of similar. They do like snowmobiling stuff. Obviously, you can go up there and go snowmobile. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, it's more summer.
But what I didn't know is the last year him and I went, or maybe it was the second last year, we went tubing. And I didn't know this until we got out there, but they have cabins up that mountain. And they were much more spaced out. And I was like, that is what I want to do. I want to come up here then because that would be awesome.
You know, and I think that kind of stuff is neat. Like, I prefer, if I'm going to go on a vacation, mind you, I would prefer to go somewhere that's like away from people. If I were going to live, I mean, I feel like I would still want to be away from people, but not like Antarctica away from people.
McCall's moving to the Arctic Circle.
No!
All right, speaking of Desolation, we were talking about how important it would be to have picked your words very carefully if you were going to be the first person on Mars because they're going to write them down in a history book and they're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That being said, we went through this and we will again, but we don't know what producer Butter's first words on Mars were. You were there.
He was there once.
What would your first words on Mars be?
Wow, much red.
No, much red. Mega red.
No, I
St.
think
George?
I'm gonna be like I'd fall down or something
Oh, I
and
feel
say
that.
some curse
I
word.
feel
and
that
would
hard.
Be like the first word on Mars.
first word
I'd
was
get arrogant
beep.
about it, be in my head
Yeah.
about it. And Oh my heck!
Oh no.
Heckin' darn.
They'd probably just take that out. And
Rats.
it never happened.
Yeah, exactly. How do we know
Meanwhile,
that the
you
first
made a Mars
words?
angel because you like belly flopped
Yeah.
backwards.
How do we know that the first words weren't actually like, oh, darn it, because they ended up falling down? How do we know that?
Yeah, that's true. History's written by the winners. If I was
mean, I
Neil
guess-
Armstrong, I wouldn't have admitted to it.
I mean, I guess they didn't have like editing equipment like we do now, but whatever.
We all know it was a hoax.
Oh, right. In a basement. Ellie says their first words would be, oh my gosh, what is that? It's moving. It's getting closer. We're all gonna, it's just a rock.
It's just a rock.
That'd be so funny because they'd have the equipment and they'd be like, everybody be freaking out back on Earth. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's just rocks.
Rocks. I love rocks. Rocks.
I'm with producer Butters on the tripping. I still also like McCall. Heck yeah, brother.
Heck yeah, brother.
Yeah, right on.
Just over here. Right on, brother. Like, I'd be over here like, sick.
Rock on.
I'm gonna step down on Mars's surface
Get
as
it?
the first.
Rocks. Rock on, brother.
No, what you're gonna say is you're gonna turn to your astronaut. In this case, it'll be you guys. And be like, "Hey, McCall, do you know what I see out there? Rock sand."
Roxanne.
Oh my god. Bust down. Roxanne. It's just.
Rocks.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be snarky and step out. Are we here yet?
Oh, man. Thank heavens I have to pee.
They just push you out. They
Finally.
just push you out, and that's when the curse word comes out.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
I don't even know what. I'm sure it's quickly Google, but what is the gravity on Mars compared to Earth? Because the moon is like what, 1/6, I think, 1/6 the gravity.
I have no clue.
Fine, I'll Google it.
You do that.
How much moon gravity is there? I got nothing.
How much moon water?
Stop talking about
Are
moon
you
water.
taking moon water?
Roxanne.
Okay, so it's 2 and
Hey, look, there's
2/3.
our satellite.
The
How
Earth,
much-
the gravity on Earth is 2 2/3 stronger than Mars.
Huh, nice.
I don't know what that means. So that means
I could probably jump and be like, woo!
Make sure you bring your moon water.
I qualify for the Mars Olympics.
Dude, I don't even know what would happen. I feel like the moon water would like explode.
It just
Also, the Mars
dissolves.
Olympics on board.
That's the first thing
Gonna
McCall would
happen.
set up. She would set up a moon water stand.
No.
Here you go.
I could just
Wait,
see.
wait, what if you go to the moon and you get moon water from the moon? Since we're in space now.
I feel like the energy from it would be ridiculous.
All you had to do is pull it out. It's like
Yeah.
instant.
Ah, sick. Thanks, guys.
I could just, like when you're playing a game and there's like a little refill tank or whatever. You just pull it out. It's all 100%.
Heaven forbid millennials ever become astronauts.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
We'll be up there with our freaking avocado toast. And,
No, not even that. I was just talking about
And
the way we
selfies.
attack things. I was just reading about Tom Hanks's movie career the other
Yeah.
day, and he did Apollo 13, and they're like, oh, the story of the movie is like there was an oxygen tank that burst or something, and they almost died, and I'd be like, well, we're gonna go. Shucks.
oh, darn it. Whatever.
Puts on Berlin. Take my breath away.
Yep. Guess it was meant to be.
Houston Weaver probably kicked AJ out of the cockpit. He's dead now. It's an improvement.
Get dead.
So it means that we'd weigh a little less than half of what we do now.
Cool. There you go, Produce Butters. Weight loss
I
program,
don't
go
know.
to Mars.
I could just see.
Boom,
I'm now
done.
50 pounds. Woo!
Thanks, Mars.
Thanks, Mars.
I don't know why, but I could just see like somebody in a wheelchair, somebody just like pushing them off the cliff, and they're just like not. It doesn't like.
What is happening? What in the name of Florida or not are you talking about? Someone took someone in a wheelchair to Mars just to push them off a cliff so they could get the joke of wee. Is that what you just
They
said?
just kind of like float down. They're not like instant. Yep.
I'm watching the instant replay of my face on this, like, what?
Okay, so I don't want to travel with Producer Butters in space anymore. You got a little my dark sense of humor aside, you got a lot of weird ideas. I don't want to do the science experiment. Like, no, seriously, let's just tie you to an anvil and see how far you fall down this cliff. It's fine.
Yeah, it'd be a fun
It's
experiment.
fine.
It says you could survive a 20-foot fall at most.
That's it?
That's what Ellie's telling us.
Mars sucks then.
Because it's got like the same kind of like stuff, right?
As in?
Yeah,
like our pole.
Because I've been there a
It has
lot.
gravity, yes.
Right.
Just less of it.
So like would you fall dramatically quicker? I think that's what it means, right?
If I'm Ellie could correct me on this. So gravity would be effective at the other thing though with the Earth is the atmosphere. So obviously since it's uninhabitable, there's less atmosphere, which would provide resistance, air resistance. So that would balance out a little bit.
You could survive a 20-foot. Yeah, you'll still accelerate as you fall.
Yeah, because I mean gravity.
Slower. What? I don't understand. Science is not my thing.
All right, producer butters, you get to do the belly flop test off the cliffs. tell us when it starts to hurt. Let's just gradually knock you up 1 foot at a time.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
I have a bad habit of doing this on trips, but I'm definitely stealing some of the Mars rock and putting it in like a jar and then not telling anybody. And be like, oh no,
that's great.
No, I definitely didn't bring any Mars home.
On this episode of Supernatural,
I'm gonna put it on my bookshelf. And that's Mars.
That's Mars. We got Mars right here.
No, that's Mars. Like, it's literally Mars.
All I can see is like venom crawling out from your Mars rock because it actually exists there. That's all I see.
I'll have cool superpowers.
Nobody would believe you. They'd be like, nah, that's just St. George.
Dude, yeah, seriously. Oh, okay, St. George. That's cool.
Luckily, that's why I'm a millennial astronaut and I absolutely took a whole lot of selfies.
Nice.
Like, they were like, do we have everything on the spaceship? No, I need an adapter. I got to be able to plug my phone. I got to be able to plug my phone in.
Hey, can somebody take some fire pics for my Instagram, please? Thanks.
Fire pics.
Oh, in space, no one can hear you scream. Oh, they're just stupid captions. All right, so clearly we have been chosen. Like this, I think we just send this in
We're
two
well
places.
Qualified.
We send this in to the guy who wanted companions for the moon trip.
Yep.
And I think we send this in to NASA and be like, all right, Mars, just saying.
Hello.
Mars.
Obviously, the caption would be, so I did a thing, because it's basic.
Just don't tell anybody. Hey, Dad, so I'm in Mars now.
So I did a thing.
This has been the AJ McCall Show.
After